If you would like to see exactly how much energy your appliances are wasting in real time while gaining total remote control, this video is going to show exactly that. This tiny red device can help you automate your heating, monitor your washing machine, or extend your Wi-Fi range. And all of this without needing a central hub. We'll also do some wiring here as well, so keep watching this video until the end. So the Shelly 1PM Gen3 is a small form-factor smart relay that handles up to 16 amps at 240 volts AC. So the big news here is the internal hardware. So this device has moved to the ESP Shelly C38F chip, which is significantly increased performance and stability in the features, improvement, durability of the terminals, and high security protocols. So beyond just switching, it acts as a Wi-Fi range extender and Bluetooth gateway of your Bluetooth sensors if you're using some of these Shelly devices. And it also supports scripting, webhooks, MQTT, and even Kinix IP communication. And one of the most anticipated updates is Mother certification, which is available after updating to the latest firmware. So how do you actually use this device? So the most popular applications are power monitoring for heavy appliances. So by installing this behind the socket, you can track the energy usage of your dishwasher or coffee machine in real time with a free cloud data storage there. So you can also set schedules to ensure your water heater only runs during off-peak hours, or use the scripting engine to create complex automations. So for example, you can program the device to turn off a fan if the power consumption drops below a certain threshold. So this is also an interesting thing. So that would indicate that the appliance has finished its cycle. So you'll know that this device has stopped working, and do some other controls here. So when we start with this device and the wiring of it, the thing is that we have a few inputs and outputs here. So the first thing that you see here is that we have three live inputs here. Inputs or outputs. We have three of them here. And we have also neutral here. So we need these two, live and neutral, to bring to this device like this. Okay, to keep the power of the chip inside of this device always powered on. So we are not switching off this device. If you think that you have to put it like behind the switch and switch off this device with the switch entirely, that's not going to work, because that would happen. What would happen is that your device would be offline if you do that thing. But instead, we're keeping the power on here and using their switch here to control the switch. So we're gonna bring live and switch it here with our switch. Just in a minute, I'm gonna show you how to do this, and we have some devices to wire here. So keep watching. And now we have just output here. So we are bringing 220 volts here, and we are just going outside with them. Another interesting thing about this device also works on 24 to 30 volts direct current here, direct current, as you can see. So we have option for 110 and 240 or 24 to 30 volts here. And when using 24 to 30 volts, you're gonna see these marks here that are the same background as this one here, because that's gonna switch them. So then neutral will be plus, and the live is going to be ground here, and the rest keeps going as is. So just a note with this device. So what are we gonna do right now here? I'm just gonna clear this out. Okay, I'm gonna bring, actually first let me show you another device here. So this is 1 PM, this is 2 PM. They're the same size, as you can see. But just the difference here is that this one is being powered by, is being controlled by two switches, and it also has two outputs, as you can see here. So output 2, output 1, and it can also control motors here. Sorry. Yeah, and we have just a Shelly Mini Gen 3 here as well, just to compare the sizes of them if you already have some of them. Okay, and now we're gonna connect this one here and add some appliances to it. So let me show you that. Okay, what I have here. So here I have a bulb that I'm gonna connect to this device, and I have a switch here that I'm gonna connect as well. So this is some switch that I have, and I like this one because of these quick wiring ticks here that I can use actually. So this is something I'm gonna use here, and also I'm just gonna bring power supply here to this device to power it on. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna use the bringing the live and neutral device wires. I'll keep that for the last step here. And now I'm gonna add these wires for the bulb here. So they are gonna be here in the live. So actually, yeah, we're gonna bring live here. Oops, sorry. We're gonna bring output here. Yeah, and as we are outputting on the light here, I'm gonna just add this wire here. So keep in mind these are a bit smaller and shorter than regular ones. So I'm gonna just add and just connect them tightly here. Okay. Okay, we have this connection. This is output, or actually live on our bulb. And the second one is gonna be neutral here. So we're gonna just bring neutral here and put it inside of this one here. So I'm just gonna add it and tighten this one as well. So usually I'll make this a bit better, but this is just for the demonstrating purposes. So I'll just make it like this. Okay, and now we have solved the thing with our consumer. In this case, this is a bulb. Then next we have to bring the switch here. So what's going on with the switch? I'll use this wire here, and this one wire is going to the live here. So we are switching live with this switch and actually controlling our device inner chip. So the first one is going to be added here, okay, to the live, and I'm gonna tighten it as well. So as I mentioned, I'll do that. I would do this a bit better, but this is just for the demo. So I'm not thinking about these wires at the moment, going outside of this, but this one has to be shorter. So this is one wire, and I'm gonna add another one here to this device. So another one is going to the switch. Okay, and now what am I gonna do is I'm just gonna do it like this. Okay, I'll tighten this one here as well. I'm just gonna move it so you can see the mole. Sorry. Okay, and now we have two wires here, these a bit thinner ones, and they are our switch. Okay, and these two are our consumer, and in this case bulb. Then to the switch side, I'm gonna add this one here to the live. Okay, we're gonna use live here, and I'm gonna add it here to this number 2, because this is gonna be, if I press it up, it will turn on, and down turn off, I believe. Okay, and in the end we are bringing our wires of the power source here. So these wires are connected to another switch that I'm having here, and it is just powered off, so it's just for demonstrating purposes. This would be actually your maybe switch, or maybe your real wires from your wall. So keep your current turned off and electricity powered off, so you just don't make yourself, you know. Okay, let's bring neutral here. Okay, and now we added the neutral here, I'm just gonna tighten this one as well. Okay, a bit more, and it's hard. And finally, we're gonna add live here next to these lives. So I'm just gonna pin it inside of this here. Okay, and this live is going to do the following. This will bring power to our device, and then we're gonna connect the device and made some of the configurations inside of it. So now we have these three here. Okay, I'm just gonna list it like this. Now, as you can see here, I'm gonna turn on this here and this here. So we're gonna see that we are having this switch actually working like this. So every time we switch it, it will turn it on and off. So this is the part that is working as expected. But now we have to do something and to make this work in our application. So we have to control this device, as this is a smart device. Otherwise, there is no meaning in setting up this setup without the smart control of it. So I'm gonna open my application. I'll just bring the phone. And now in the application, in the Shelly application, we're gonna add this device. So we're gonna just say, okay, add via Bluetooth, and then we're gonna click next, and it will automatically scan for it, and it found this Shelly 1PM Gen3. So we're gonna click on it next, and it is asking us to connect to our Wi-Fi. Okay, we're gonna just say, okay, add device, and it is starting inclusion process. And we're gonna just wait for it to add this device to our network. Okay, waiting. Need some time. Okay, and then device has been added. Now it automatically disables the Bluetooth of it, and I'm gonna just use it as this, and I'm gonna add the name test 2 p.m. or actually 1 p.m. Okay, next, and the room, yeah, nothing. I'm gonna add, doesn't matter, like office. Okay, enter, save the configuration. Okay, and add it to the office and save. Now we're gonna see, and we're gonna be able to test this device. So what is important here? We see that this device is turned on. We're gonna turn it off. Okay, and now it's turned off. So you can see the bulb here and the light down. I'm gonna click it like this, and then we're gonna turn it on again. And the thing is that we are able to see the current consumption and the current electricity power here of this device. So this bulb is about 6 watts, and it's actually spending 6.3 here. And also we have a electricity power here, and we can see the frequency here and everything like that. Also we can see here the consumption, but we're gonna see it, you'll be able to see it during your time, and the history actually when the device was turned on and off and all the things like that. So I'm gonna do this while switch, and I'm gonna show another settings here. So I'm trying to turn it on, and hop, it's not turning on. And why is that happening right now? If we go back to this position, then it turns on. And if we manually turn it off, it's turning off in the inside of the device and application. But the thing is here that if we change the state, turn on, off, change on the app, it turns on, but we change the switch, it does nothing, and we have to go back and turn it on. So to avoid this thing, so this is a common thing here, to avoid this thing, we're going to use something like this. So here's the configuration in the application. Here we're gonna do this settings, And we're gonna use just to find applications, device settings. You're gonna see this device settings, and inside of this device settings, input output settings. So inside of the input output settings, we are using this as a switch and toggle switch. Okay, but what we want to do is here we're gonna turn it off to the turn it on and select the edge switch. So this will change state on every hit. So another thing that you have to configure here is actually to set relay power on default. So what's gonna happen when the power on and off happens? So it is set by the application to turn on, but the thing is that we want to restore the last state. That's actually what am I doing at home. So if the lights were on and the electricity is cut off, when it comes back, it should be on or off, not to turn on automatically every single light in the home. So I'll just keep and press this restore last state and just hit the save button here. So everything has been set up. Now we're gonna just go back and we're gonna see that this device is turned on, and we're gonna switch this here and we see it off. When we turn it on like this and switch it here, it will turn off. So it doesn't have to be like before, but the only thing is that you will notice at home is that you don't know on which position it's turned on and off at home. Actually, you will know, but if you have like stuck off the buttons, then some will be on the different positions. Like, and it's not like that you will have them all turn on and off top or bottom click. So, but you'll get used to it. So this is it when it comes to this Shelly 1PM. And as you can see, the Shelly 1PM Gen3 is actually a massive step forward for the ecosystem, specifically with the added memory for complex chips and move forward the matter. But it's a versatile tool for anyone serious about home automation and energy efficiency. If you're looking for starting smart home journey or upgrade your existing setup, this is one of the most reliable relays on the market at the moment. So make sure to check your firmware for Matter updates to get the most out of the new chip. If you found this also breakdown helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the latest smart home tech. Check out our next video on the Shelly 1PM Gen3 to complete your setup. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.